The terrace looks nice. I don't know why they. It's probably natural facts like rocks and shit. Why they made this curve of the terrace so weird and not like line up with this. How goes it, guys? We are back, and we're doing a house tour judgment again, of course. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably the most I've ever glazed any house in my entire life. And if I had the money that they're asking for this property, I would have bought it on the spot because it's a really good investment, of course, where it is. The area surrounding it, the house itself is really nice as well, and it just looks so comfy, man. So if I was rich, I would buy this place, but unfortunately, I'm broke, so I will not be buying that place. But yeah, hopefully, you guys just enjoy this place. It's a really nice place. I recommend watching this. And yeah, if you do not enjoying, you know what, do like, subscribe, share, notify yourself, and put my link on the click the notification bell. And hopefully, you guys just enjoy because that is the most important part. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. Alright, we're back. This is kind of weird because I just made a very serious video, but I also saw this video about this house that I'm gonna watch right now that I actually really liked. So I thought, why not give it a shot? Try and see what this house has. I just like the unique shape of the house, so I thought it would look good. I didn't haven't watched the video yet. We're gonna watch it together for the first time. I'm gonna give my opinions on all of these things. Again, not a very good professional or at all. I just like houses and of course studying architecture, building all of these things. I actually do design a lot of houses, 3D model them, all of these things. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. It might be right, might be wrong, but I do like giving my opinion. So we'll see if I can make it better or worse, depending on my taste. Everyone has different tastes. But let's jump into this. So this is a $10 million luxury mansion in the Hamptons of Japan. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the Hamptons are. But I'm assuming it has to be a really nice place if they're actually going to bring it up in conversation. So let's jump straight into this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy, of course. Remember to like and subscribe and all of it. Oh, I probably already said it in the intro. Never mind, but do it. Remember to do it. Do it or I don't fucking know. Let's just go,
Today
man.
on Tokyo Portfolio, we are not in Tokyo. We are up in the hills of Karuizawa. This is a town just about 2 or 3 hours north
Okay,
of
it
Tokyo
looks
by
nice so
car,
far.
and here we are going to see what you can
Ooh,
get.
do you see that unique shape? Like, you don't actually get a lot of houses that are like, let's say, curved. Um, just it has more implications, more like caution and all of these things. Normally building straight lines, rectangular shapes, it's more convenient. So you don't see a lot of houses like this actually. It is not well, compared to other houses, there's not a lot of them, of
For
course.
$10 million. That's a lot of money.
I've
So
told
let's
a
go see what that
lot,
house
man.
looks like. Before we do that, let's go see the town.
Oh, I like that.
Popularized in the late 1880s as a summer resort by a Canadian missionary, Karuizawa is the closest thing to the Hamptons that Japan has to offer. Just like the Hamptons,
like that.
this is a playground for the rich and famous, but unlike the Hamptons, it is not a coastal town. Being perched up in the mountains to the northwest of Tokyo in Nagano, it is the ideal place to escape the heat, being consistently 10 degrees Fahrenheit or about 5 degrees Celsius cooler than metropolitan Tokyo. As you would
Okay.
expect, it is home to high-end restaurants of all cuisines, such as soba spot Kawakami-an and bakery Sawamura, as well as Naz, an impossible-to-book restaurant led by a former chef from Denmark's Noma, which in itself is widely regarded as one of the best restaurants in the world. With
Okay.
that, let's go see the house.
Ooh. First of all, I can see why the house is so expensive. Location, most probably, is a huge factor. You're surrounded by trees, the view that you get is very sought after. So, especially in a place that is basically just concrete jungles. So, I can assume that's also why it's 10 million. So, already I think I can expect very less from the size of the house because it's mostly just view, probably. I don't know, we'll see.
And now we are inside
Ooh.
this beautifully done house in the middle
Yeah.
of Karuizawa, right in the mountains, just where you want to be.
I like the
And
wood
first off,
that they
when you
use.
first walk into this place, you have to remember one thing.
And the
that
lighting.
This was
It
actually
accommodates
designed
very
right
well.
during kind of
It's very
COVID. So that's why they have
parallel
this
to
sink when
each
you
other.
first come in, just to make sure you're all clean and safe, right, before you get into the house.
That's
There's
smart.
even a little garbage thing over here to put your paper towels or whatever you use to dry your
Can
hands.
already see it's
well,
very
first
modern
off, when we come
design.
in, I want to show you this right over here. We'll get to that at the end. This right here is, of course, your little powder room. This is great for guests. You walk right in and you already have this waiting for you towards the entrance, of course. But right next to the
10 out
powder
of
room
10.
is, of
It
course,
has the bidet and the toilet paper for people like me who don't like water in their arse and people who like water in their arse. But yeah, very modern so far, and that's why I like it the most. I like modern, very nice interior. Modern is just the best interior right now, in my opinion. Because it just makes everything look so cool, man. Like, look at that, the lighting and
let's go see
everything.
Now we are in the main bathroom, not the master bathroom.
Okay, I wanted to say weird,
There is a master
weird
bathroom, the
position.
main bathroom. I'll show you what I mean by that. First off,
Wait, let's quickly see the plan here. So this is where he entered. He's in the bathroom. No, he entered from this side. See, it's very weird layout, but also small, not double story. It's mostly view you're paying for, I'm guessing. So he's in the bath right here. It's a sauna. Okay. The terrace looks nice. I don't know why they. It's probably natural facts like rocks and shit. Why they made this curve of the terrace so weird and not like line up with this. Okay. This looks nice. Looks really nice.
you have your dual vanity over here, very spacious as you can see.
Those
and
tiles
you
work
have
actually
a
really
towel
well with
warmer.
this.
Love having those. And of course you have a very open toilet right over here, which of course you can still close off for privacy. But the best part about this bathroom is not the toilet
nice.
itself, nor is it the dual vanity over here, but the bath area itself. Now this is basically your own public bath size-wise,
Ew.
but it's just for you and maybe your friends if you would like. This being Japan, of course, they have a very traditional Japanese setup for the shower area because in Japan you shower first, then you go take your bath. But
Makes sense.
originally they didn't really have showers, but these things right here. Yes, a bucket. You'd put it right over here, fill it up, and then basically just dunk it right over your head. That's how they bathe over here, right? So once you're done with that,
It's-
you can just
Very nice view. This is basically, you can think of it if you're a Western person as a jacuzzi or just a hot tub, you know. So you wash and then you can chill in the hot tub while you have a view and all of these things. It's just basically for relaxation. But this is really cool. It's probably a pain in the ass to clean, but it is really cool.
climb right into here, your massive bath, right? Which is still a little wet because I filled it up a second ago. But one thing to notice about this bath itself, and in fact the entire bathroom up until basically the ceiling, is
That's
this
so nice.
stone right here. So this is a very special stone that they only have in northern Japan.
And it
It's
looks
called
nice.
Towadaishi. Towadaishi is
Oh, yeah, you can see the green in it. Grey stone, commonly used in baths and gardens, valued for its elegance and calming feel. Yeah,
this kind of like
It's very
off-green,
accurate.
kind of grayish stone, but it has a very, very interesting feature in that if it gets a little bit wet or damp, it'll
turns-
start turning blue.
Yeah.
And we can kind of see how that works right over here. If you take a look at this part over here, right?
It looks
this is
really cool.
your hot bath, and this is where you would have your cold plunge, right? But we'll get to why there's a cold plunge in a second. Ooh, and it's cold, by the way. But yes, as you can see, all
looks
of the
so
stone
nice.
inside is quite blue compared to just what it would look like if it was dry like that. Love having that in here. Very expensive stone, by the way. And from here you have this
Yeah, you can see it's
beautiful
very
view
expensive.
of the forest. Now,
Yeah.
one thing about Karuizawa is that it gets quite cold, especially in the winter. And you would think, okay, if it's going to be cold and you have this big room like this, you might need to have a heater or something in there. Well, there's two things that this bathroom has that make sure that you don't need that.
Floor
First
heating.
off, it is all heated floors,
Yeah.
right? So you have a floor
Obvious.
heating system all in the bathroom.
Fucking
And
Japan.
also,
They-
just to make sure
Just think, you know, instead of having a heater, you can just turn on your floor to make it hotter. We don't have that. I I don't even have a no. I do have heat. It's a weird wall plug-in one because my room's not really big. It can heat my entire room, but it's just so much smarter, man. Than having all of these appliances. You can just heat your floor and it doesn't get wet and all of these things. It's so nice.
That you don't get cold at all, you have your own large
Sauna,
sauna.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
very large. You could easily fit maybe 4 or 5 people if
I
they're
would use
sitting
this
down
on a daily
and
basis.
yeah, just have them all stare out into the distance like that. This probably takes the cake for the best view in a sauna that I've shown on the channel, that's for sure. But also, if you just want to have a little bit more relaxing time and it's just maybe you and a partner, you can always lay down. They even give you a wooden pillow just to do that with. But that is it for the sauna and bath area, so let's go see the rest of the house. Now, what I really like about this house, it's
This is a good design because your water basically falls into this pond. Oh, that's so nice, man. Oh,
pretty easy to see it from the outside especially, is just that the whole thing is kind of built at a curve like this, right? It's like a big arch just kind of on the ground.
Yeah,
And it's not
I don't know
just
why.
the house itself. Basically everything here is kind of shaped like that. Reason being is that it's on top of a hill and they wanted to get as much sunlight in as possible and also give you the
Okay.
best view as possible, which we'll see later.
yeah. So I'm assuming this plot that they had, they couldn't build it higher. So they do this to get in more sun through the trees and all of the other obstacles blocking it. Because it reflects, sunlight reflects, of course. So if you curve it, it can, like, if you just think about it, if it hits here, it basically just, I can't explain it in English very well, but, you know, it's actually very smart.
Later. But what I also wanted to show you is right over here, this large fountain. And not only is it just a large fountain, but this too has been built at the
This is such a nice place. Just because of the scenery. Yeah, let's just, I'm gonna give you an example now, of how this works. So at the back, it's curved like inwards, you know, it's curved like this. So if sun hits from this side, it basically, because it spreads out the other way, the sun goes to more area. And from the other side, it doesn't really do that, but it's more of a, I'm assuming the sun sets on the side. So when it's colder, you get, you know, more sunlight, and when it's warmer, you get less sunlight from the front. That's my assumption. I don't know if
same
it's true.
curvature as the rest of the house, which, again, just these small details are really what's important for me. So just around this bend is actually the side entrance to the whole house. So now we're
Yeah.
inside the aforementioned second entrance, and this house is about 300 square meters, or just
not
over
very big.
3,000 square feet or so, and it's only a 2-bedroom. There's also a little playroom over here, which we'll get to in a second, but let's go see the first bedroom.
Hey, master bedroom.
So
This has to
coming
be good.
into the master bedroom. First off, you have this very spacious bedroom area over here.
Can fit a really big bed in here. I like that. That looks sick.
It's Japan, so they tend to like having 2 beds right next to each other, but of course you could put a nice king-size bed in here, no problem. You even have this nice artwork on the wall right over
Yeah.
here, kind of looks like a hammock or an unfinished woven piece. I kind of like it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you have
does
all
look
of your storage
sick.
over here as well. This is a vacation home, so you don't
Yeah,
really need to have a huge
not a lot of
walk-in
storage.
closet, right? But right next to that is, of course, your ensuite bath. There is, of course, the first bath that we
Same
saw, but
tiles.
this is your private little one if you don't want to go all the way over there for that, right? So this doesn't have a full bath just like the first one did, but you still have everything you need. You have your shower over here.
I
This is
would
the
use
same
that.
kind of
It
stone
looks so
that they
nice.
used in the first bathroom too. So as I was saying, it gets nice and blue once it gets a little damp. But yeah, that is the ensuite master bath. Now this is a master suite, so it's not just a bathroom and a bedroom. There's a little extra in here. So let's go see upstairs.
Also an
Or
office.
up the ladder, I guess. So coming up the ladder over here, you get into what is probably, well, every child's favorite place to hide, the little loft area over here. So this is great to have just for a little maybe yoga or something like that, or just a
Not
little
yoga.
chill place. You could have a nice beanbag in here, watch a movie, or what I would do is just have a nice little book and take a look outside at the gorgeous
scenery is so
view.
nice.
Yes, this whole place, as I mentioned before, is on top of a hill, so you
Mm.
get this view all around you, panoramic, more than 180-degree views. And there's more views to see, so let's go back downstairs.
Oh, it's so nice,
So
man.
the last place I want to show you in the master suite is this office right over here. Just a little space to work in the morning. It's perfect, you know, you even have your plugs all set up over here that you can open up and charge all you would like and enjoy that view when you're working. I mean, I'm
Nice place for a gaming setup
speechless.
there.
You're in the middle of a forest.
You're gonna have to put curtains there. Otherwise, if it's really sunny, you're not gonna see shit.
Guys,
Yeah.
look at this. While this is the best place to work in this house, I would say there's a better place to play. So let's go see the playroom.
Maybe this is gonna.
And here
convert it
is
into
the
an office.
playroom. You have this beautiful orange carpet over here, really soft and plush, just ready to be rolled around on. Great for kids over.
You know, if it's not very sunny, like right now, like it's drizzling and stuff, if you have a setup here, that's a really cool backdrop to have just into the garden. Ooh. Yeah, that's
here.
really
In
nice.
fact, they even have a Jenga set right over here. It's nice, and you also have these really cool looking cards in here too, which I love. But yes, of course,
Okay.
you have to have a TV in a playroom like this. Here is said TV. You could use this
It's
even as a
very
little
big.
screening room if you really wanted to. But a couple of things I wanted to point out here. First off, this is one of the few rooms that is actually facing this way into the garden area and not into the forest as we just saw.
looks nice.
And one other thing that not only this room has, but basically every room in this place has is, of course, your electric curtains. And yeah, just look at how
Okay.
quiet
Yeah.
and smooth they go down. So you can just get out all the
that's
sunlight
nice.
that you would like.
I'm getting jealous, man.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
pretty
so
much it
nice.
for this room. So let's
So
go see
convenient.
the second bedroom.
Oh, this might be a 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
So this is the last bedroom. We're gonna get to that living room that I mentioned in a bit. Basically though, it's more or less the same, at least in this part, as the master bedroom that we just saw. In fact, size-wise, it's more or less the
You also
same
get
as
a really
well.
nice piece
Just like the
of
other one, you
art.
do have that lofted area up on the top.
Ah.
It's a nice size, right? But the biggest difference is that instead of having that little office area over there, they've decided to make the bathroom
Bigger.
significantly bigger,
Yeah.
right? So the other one only had one vanity. This one is a proper dual vanity, as you can see. Two sinks right over there.
Yeah.
And also you have the same
you don't
kind of
actually
toilet
need
here,
that.
which, yeah, I didn't have
Nice
to press the button.
shower,
It
though.
opens
Nice
up
view.
right there for you. And right next to that, you have a pretty large shower compared to the other one, especially.
Okay, so basically the two rooms are the same. Neither are master, because a master bedroom is normally bigger, but they're the same size. So it's basically just your personal preference. Do you want a nice view of your shower with your shower, because the shower does look nicer than the other one, or do you want a office space, basically? That's
Actually, and the
only
nice thing
two
about this shower is
choices
that,
you
of
have to
course,
make
you
in
have
what
this
is the master
view
bedroom.
right over here. So again, right into that forest right over there. It's unbelievable. You just take a shower in the morning and you get to see the greenery, the birds, they get to watch you. If you don't want the birds to watch you though, you can of course press this button over here and then the blinds will come down to give you total privacy in here. Now, that is it for
That's
the
nice.
second bedroom. Let's go see, finally, the living, dining, and kitchen.
This is also
So the
going to be
living,
viewed like a
dining,
really
kitchen
dull.
is all open. It's
Whoever
very-
designed this and the interior designer, they were like this. They were on the same level.
very
It's
open
really nice.
concept in this house. And as you can see, you have this large
like it.
kitchen over here with this island, and it's probably the only
Perfect choice. Perfect choice. This white slab here, and then this grayish, almost metallic reflection slab. It just fits so nice.
curved island I've ever seen in my life. Curved just like the rest of this house, as I mentioned. Let's go in one by one as to what this has. Of course, you have all this storage around you. You have not only one, but two sinks over here. I'll get to what that sink does in a second. And
That's
also
really
things that it
nice.
has two of would be ovens, right? So this has one full-sized Miele oven right over here, and of
Even a
course
smaller
a
one.
smaller Miele just over here. This one has a microwave function in as well. Now, the
okay.
other little secret that this one has is this, your plate warmer, right? So you can just keep plates and different things that you've cooked warm in here at a constant temperature, which is really, really cool to have. You don't have to keep on turning on and off your oven just to keep something nice and warm.
Induction heat
Right
stove
next to
is
that,
really
speaking
nice.
of things that are in twos, you do have these right over here. They may look like they are dishwashers, but no. This is your freezer. This is your fridge. And they may seem a little small,
very small,
and
yeah.
that's because we to be frank, they kind of are.
Hmm.
But this is perfect for just some drinks, maybe some ice cream over there,
Yeah.
put some eggs in there, just something simple, right? Because you do have a much larger fridge right over there in the pantry, as you can see right now.
Okay.
Now, right next to that
it's so
is
nice.
your sink.
Very smart
This is
designs.
very rare to have in Japan, but this sink does actually have a garbage disposal built into it. You just don't find these in houses. You may see them in apartment buildings, but almost never in houses. Now, another thing that this beautiful sink has is, of course, you can see the Hansgrohe faucet right over here. If you press this button, though, this turns on. What is this? This is
Never seen a
vegetable
faucet
washing
with a shower function. That's insane. Why? Oh, that's so cool.
thing. So
It's probably
yeah, you put
purified
your,
water,
I don't
this
know,
one.
your lettuce or your cabbage or something that you need a little bit more, spray strength to get all of the nastiness out of, and it will just spray it just like that. Right next to that is the aforementioned dishwasher. It's a full-size Bosch, as you can see. Just closes up right like
Huge.
that. And then all the rest of this is going to be
Storage,
storage and or
yeah.
garbage, as you can see over here. And they've even decided to put in the top of the line rice cooker. If you guys haven't seen this before, I'm not sure if they sell this outside of Japan, but it's called Vermicular. They're a Japanese company, and this one is their rice cooker. Really, really
It looks
nice. And of
insane.
course, they have all these guys over here too.
All
So
of
while you
these
make
things fit so well. Whoever designed this and put in all of these interior designs and everything for show. I don't know if you get it with the house. They're really good. They're really
have
good.
all your plate and cutlery storage in the kitchen, you might need a little bit more storage for something else. Well, that would be your
wine cellar,
wine
yeah.
fridge right over here. Yes, this will hold plenty of wine and champagne and what else you would like to drink. And of course, you need a place to drink that, don't you? Well, that would be
terrace.
right over here.
Oh.
Yes, your living room, right? It's
This is the base part. I'm assuming that rock is like if I have to activate my inner architectural thing, whatever. Someone probably cut this slab out of this mountain and put it in here
as I was
to
saying before.
connect your house to the mountain or something.
For a big open space. Here is your living area. You have your fireplace right in the middle, as you can see,
Such a
and we'll
nice
get to the
fireplace
dining
there.
area towards the end. But what I really
This is a
like
really
about
nice
this
house.
place is, again,
I hate this. Don't cover up your TVs. It's just dumb.
attention to detail, right? This one, they have put the TV in this cabinet over here. It's not the largest TV, but then again, you're sitting kind of close to it, so you don't need it to be too big, right? This is your TV, here is your couch. Perfect, in my opinion.
looks so
right?
nice, man.
Now, the nice thing about this whole open living dining kitchen is not just the openness of the room itself, but just how open it feels with these floor-to-ceiling windows. These are over 5 meters
in
or
the
about
maximum
18
amount
feet
of light,
tall.
'cause you're in a
That's
cold area.
insane to me, right? And you don't find places like this in Japan, especially in Tokyo, just due to how the earthquake standards are, but they managed to do it so that they could build it just in this way. Now, let's go sit down
Oh,
right
that
over
chair
here.
looks so nice. I like that chair.
All the furniture, by the way, is completely included, which I'd like to have. Right now, let's just talk about numbers. This place, as I mentioned earlier, is about 300 square meters,
didn't show
which
us
comes
that
out
the
to
terrace
just
a
over
lot.
3,300 square feet. Very large, especially considering it's only a 2-bedroom. I mean, yeah, you have the little playroom as well, but it's a 2-bedroom. And of course, it being a 2-bedroom, it's going to be a not 2-bath, but 3-bath in this case,
Yeah.
including the large sauna area that we just saw as well. Now, this place in the middle of Karuizawa can be yours today for 1.45 billion yen, which comes out to $10 million as of today. If you want to learn more about this property, please make sure to
Yeah, so you're paying for the view, for the nice ass bath, and for the architectural design concept of this house, which all are phenomenal. So I can see why the price is that high, you know.
look in the link in the description below. Of course, you can subscribe to us at Tokyo Portfolio, follow us on Instagram or whatever social media you like, and until next time, thanks for watching.
He didn't show us the terrace, did he? I don't think he showed us the terrace. But assuming it's not a very overwhelming terrace, just basically views that you see throughout the entire house as well, so it makes sense. I'm gonna give this 10 out of 10 house. It is a really nice place. Also, probably investment because it is going to go up in price because of how good it looks. Aesthetic vibes are always uh, sought after. So a lot of people would like to have this place. Yeah, 10 out of 10. It's really nice. I wouldn't change almost anything about the house. One thing I would change is the playroom will probably be, like you said, cinema, or it's going to be an office. And I don't know which one. I think I like the bigger shower more than the personalized desk because, I shower more than I will probably use that desk. So that would probably be more of the main bedroom. But yeah, love the tiling, love the wood, love the underlights as you can see in the back there. Yeah, everything's nice. I wouldn't change much of this. 10 out of 10. Any case, hopefully you guys enjoy. If you did not enjoy, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, notify yourself, and upload my brilliant content by clicking the notification bell. And hopefully I'll just see you guys in the next one. Cheers!